There was an episode of Chloe once, and I think Courtney, and they were in an elevator, and Chloe flashed her boobs. And in the U.S., they put a black thing there. And
you would think the world's most famous reality TV family would let their kids live like mini celebrities, with all the freedom, glam, and glitz they could ask for. But, in a surprising twist, these famous moms are laying down rules, strict rules, that their little ones have no choice but to follow. From unexpected social media bans to unusual dress codes, these guidelines go beyond the typical parenting playbook. Are they protecting their kids from the pressures of fame, or just being overprotective? Let's dive into the surprising, sometimes controversial rules that shape the lives of the Kardashian-Jenner children. You might be shocked to see just how far they're willing to go to keep their family in line. 1. Inside only. Kylie's strict stay-in rule for Stormi. For most kids, going outside is as simple as stepping out the front door. But for Stormi, Kylie Jenner's daughter, things are a bit more complex. Despite living in a gated community with top-notch security, Kylie enforces a strict rule. Stormi rarely goes outside. This isn't about typical parental worries. It stems from Kylie's desire to protect her daughter from the prying eyes of paparazzi. Remember, Kylie's pregnancy was shrouded in secrecy, and she'd often hide indoors to avoid the relentless helicopters circling above. Will Kylie's rule ensure a protected childhood, or will it limit Stormi's freedom as she grows? 2. No television for Stormi. In a family famous for their reality TV empire, one would expect that screens would be a fixture, but Kylie takes a different stance with Stormi, who is forbidden from watching television. It's an ironic rule, given how integral keeping up with the Kardashians has been to the family's rise. While most kids Stormi's age are glued to screens, she's encouraged to play and engage with the world around her. Even her father, Travis Scott, supports Kylie's stance, stating that TV time is unnecessary for kids today. But as Stormi grows, will this rule shield her from media pressure or leave her more curious about the life she's missing on screen? 3. North's strict beauty restrictions. Kim Kardashian may be known for her flawless makeup, but when it comes to her daughter North, cosmetics are strictly limited. Despite the family's thriving beauty business, Kim enforces a rule. North isn't allowed to wear makeup. The rule isn't just Kim's idea. Kanye West, North's father, shares Kim's reservations about their young daughter using cosmetics. Although North has been known to dabble in makeup with Kim, it's more of a playful mother-daughter activity than a daily ritual. Kim's rule highlights a surprising side of the Kardashians, protecting their kids from the very industry that made them famous. But as North gets older, will she follow in Kim's makeup-free footsteps or start bending the rules? 4. The no fat talk rule. In the Kardashian-Jenner household, some words are strictly off-limits, and one of those words is fat. Kourtney Kardashian takes this rule seriously, going as far as to remind her mother, Kris Jenner, never to say it in front of her kids. Kourtney believes that even innocent mentions of body-related terms can have a major impact on children's self-perception. And, in true Kardashian style, this rule is more than just about self-esteem. It's about nurturing confidence and a healthy mindset from a young age. But will such a rule prevent the kids from grappling with self-image issues later on, or are they simply sheltered from reality? With the world around them constantly focused on appearance, it's a question that remains to be seen as these kids grow. 5. Freedom of expression, but only with Kardashian flair. While the Kardashian kids must follow strict rules, there's one area where they're encouraged to be a little daring: self-expression. From Penelope Disick sporting Khloe's iconic hairstyles to Northwest rocking floor-length braids that drag behind her, the kids are free to show off their individual styles, within limits, of course. These aren't just any hairstyles, they're calculated extensions of the Kardashian brand. It's as if even their forms of self-expression are strategic, designed to reinforce the family's carefully crafted image. But here's the catch. How much freedom is truly theirs if every expression has to align with the Kardashian aesthetic? As they grow older, we can't help but wonder if these young Kardashians will crave even more control over their personal styles and public personas. 6. No skipping school. Education is non-negotiable in the Kardashian-Jenner household, even if it means some creative bribery tactics. Kim Kardashian has openly shared that she occasionally needs to pull out all the stops to make sure her kids get up and head to school. This can mean candy, makeup, or other enticing rewards for North when she's just not in the mood. The idea of bribing your kids to go to school might raise some eyebrows, but Kim believes it's an effective way to balance her kids' education with the high-energy lifestyle of a Kardashian child. But this also leads us to wonder, could these methods set up future expectations where rewards become necessary for responsibility? It's a tricky tightrope to walk, and as the kids grow older, we'll see if the Kardashian way holds up in the long run. 7. Filming is life, but watching it is off-limits. It's one of the greatest ironies of the Kardashian world. The kids are part of a show that they're not fully allowed to watch. Growing up with cameras constantly capturing their lives, one might expect that they'd also get a front-row seat to the episodes that unfold. However, Kim and Scott Disick have expressed reservations about letting their kids watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians, especially considering the occasional intense, or let's face it, cringe-worthy moments from the show's past seasons. Kim has even created highlight reels for the kids, giving them a safe peek into their lives without exposing them to the entire Kardashian saga. 8. No technology allowed, but really, none at all. In a world where tablets and smartphones feel as necessary as the air we breathe, imagine growing up in a household where technology is treated like a controlled substance. Both Kourtney Kardashian and Kim Kardashian are adamant about limiting screen time for their kids, and they make no exceptions. Kourtney has even admitted to struggling with the balance between tech benefits and harms, eventually settling on strict screen limits for her children. She believes that children need minimal exposure to screens, so things like video games, TV shows, and even educational apps are confined to short, designated time slots. And it's not just Kourtney who's laying down the law. Kim has her own tech rules. She enforces strict cell phone hours, keeping her kids' devices locked away in the kitchen until they've completed family breakfast time and any morning tasks. Kim's approach is more than a routine, it's a philosophy, keeping the focus on family time rather than distractions. In the Kardashian world, tech isn't a given, it's a privilege, tightly managed and mostly out of sight. Will these kids grow up appreciating the tech-free mindset, or will they rebel when they hit their teens? Only time will tell. 9. The Kardashian Kid Menu. Plant-based only, please. Food rules are serious business in the Kardashian household. For Kim and Kourtney, food isn't just about nutrition, it's about setting a lifestyle standard. Kim proudly declared that her kids follow a strict plant-based diet, with her daughter North getting one exception as a pescatarian, enjoying fish along with plant-based meals. Kim didn't arrive at this choice lightly. She made the shift herself, and her kids followed suit, showing her dedication to a greener, healthier diet. Kourtney takes things even further. She has famously removed gluten and dairy from her household entirely, claiming that it has worked wonders for her kids' behavior and overall health. Her strict menu isn't just a diet, it's practically a food manifesto. She's done muscle testing on her family to assess food sensitivities and has adapted the household's menu to avoid triggers like corn, gluten, and dairy. While some might find this extreme, Kourtney insists the benefits are visible. This isn't just about cutting out junk food, it's about curating an ultra-clean, Kardashian-approved diet. So, next time you think of treating yourself to a donut, remember, in the Kardashian household, that donut might be off-limits. 10. Shared birthday parties. Birthday parties are a big deal for Kardashian kids, and sharing the spotlight with cousins, even bigger. North West and Penelope Disick, born just weeks apart, often get the ultimate cousin duo celebration. Forget about the simple balloons and cake most kids enjoy. These joint Kardashian parties are elaborate spectacles. In 2018, their shared unicorn-themed party was a full-on fantasy come to life, complete with rainbow decorations, pool activities, and unicorns in the yard. But why the shared birthday tradition? While some might say it's too streamlined party planning, the Kardashians have taken this idea of cousinly closeness to another level. By throwing joint bashes, they're fostering a tight bond among the youngest generation. And let's face it, these parties are less about individual birthdays and more about creating unforgettable experiences. The Kardashian-Jenner approach to parties reinforces that family comes first, and they're not afraid to make it larger than life. What kind of themes will North and Penelope explore as they get older? If history is any indicator, each party will only get more extravagant. Growing up as a Kardashian is like living in a curated bubble where every detail, down to what you eat, watch, and celebrate, follows an unyielding code. the Kardashian-Jenner kids are experiencing an unconventional childhood, one that might make us question our own rules growing up. Love it or hate it, the Kardashians have a vision for their children that doesn't bow to society's norms. Will these kids adopt these values as they grow, or will they take a different path? Well, only time will tell, but in the meanwhile, we'll be here to keep you updated. That's why you have to subscribe to be in touch. Don't forget to comment your thoughts and like the video as well.